The piano played like it didn't need me there, each note falling into open air. I thought the sound would pull me back, but it only showed what I already lacked. Your name lives softly inside the key, not calling out, just watching me. And in that space between control and fate, I learned how silence learns to wait. I held my breath to hear the truth, and the music answered without proof. The music didn't ask me to stay, it didn't beg, it didn't sway. The piano spoke, the strings replied, not pulling me back, just standing by. No force, no plea, no price to pay. The music didn't ask me to stay. The melody returned like unfinished light, not wrong, not right. I followed it through a gentler pain where nothing needed to remain. The orchestra rose without command, like something that could understand. And for the first time since you were gone, I felt the weight begin to move on. I thought release would feel like loss, but it felt like setting something down. The music didn't ask me to stay, it didn't beg, it didn't sway. The piano spoke, the strings replied, not pulling me back, just standing by. No force, no plea, no price to pay. The music didn't ask me to stay. If love survives as memory, let it live without chaining me. No final bow, no curtain call, just sound learning how to fall. The music didn't ask me to stay, and somehow that was okay. As the final chord dissolved away, I stood lighter than yesterday. No regret left in its wake. The music didn't ask me to stay. The music didn't ask me to stay. The piano played like it wasn't in a hurry, every note leaving room to worry. I sat with the quiet longer than before, now searching for answers on the floor. Your memory didn't rush the sound, and stayed suspended safe and round. And in the waiting calm and clear, I realized the end was already here. I thought closure would arrive with force, but it came in a gentler course. This is where the orchestra waits, not to rise, not to escape. The strings hold back, the piano stays, letting time decide the shape. No demand, no open gates. This is where the orchestra waits. The melody bent but didn't plead, it trusted what I didn't need. I followed the sound without defense, not searching for significance. The orchestra entered like evening light, not to fix me, just to sit with the night. And I felt something loosen inside, not released, but no need to hide. If peace doesn't need a sign, then maybe this is mine. This is where the orchestra waits, not to rise, not to escape. The strings hold back, the piano stays, letting time decide the shape. just wanna be approved. If this is all the ending needs, then I can stay with this feeling. This was where the arc is away, and I didn't feel too late. As the sound thinned into space, I felt steady, held in place. No hurry, no debate. This was where the arc is away. This was where the arc is away. The piano starts before I'm ready, like you know something I don't. Each note lands gently but steady, saying everything I want. I thought the silence would accuse me, point out every place I failed. But the sound just sits beside me, like it's listening, not asking to be held. The room still carries traces of us, not loud enough to hurt anymore. Your shadow doesn't chase my footsteps, it waits near the open door. And I realize for the first time tonight, I'm not afraid of what remains, because what's gone no longer fights to stay inside my veins. I used to measure loss in pain, now I measure it in space. If the piano keeps playing, I'll stay here and listen, not to remember, not to pretend. The melody isn't asking forgiveness, it's just reaching a natural end. The strings rise slowly, not to save me, just to carry what I can't explain. If the piano keeps playing, I don't need you back again. The tempo breeze, it doesn't rush me, I learn my pace along the way. Every chord feels less like history and more like something I can say. I stopped trying to fix the meaning, stopped asking who was wrong or right. The sound doesn't choose a side here, it only holds the weight of the night. I remember how love felt urgent, like it might disappear if we slept. Now the music feels more certain, and the things it doesn't attempt. No promise carved into the harmony, no oath hidden in the refrain. Just a truth that doesn't argue with what it can't sustain. I thought letting go meant losing ground, but I'm standing firmer now. If the piano keeps playing, I'll stay here and listen, not to remember, not to pretend. The melody isn't asking forgiveness, it's just reaching a natural end. The strings rise slowly, not to save me, just to carry what I can't explain. If the piano keeps playing, I don't need you back again. Maybe love was never meant to last forever. Maybe it was meant to teach us how to leave. Not every ending needs to shatter, some just quietly agree. If this ache no longer owns me, if it finally learned my name, then maybe this is what healing is. Not forgetting, just rearrange. The orchestra opens wider now, but it doesn't overwhelm. It knows the difference between drowning and being held within yourself. I let the sound pass through my chest, not staying, not erased, like something honest finally allowed to move at its own pace. If the piano keeps playing, I'll let it finish, I won't cut the sound short. Every note deserves its distance, every silence its support. The strings don't rise for tragedy, they rise because they can. If the piano keeps playing, I'll stand here as I am. The final chord doesn't linger, it knows exactly when to go. The room feels larger than before, not empty, just open and slow. And if tomorrow asks what happened, I won't dress it up in pain. I'll say the piano kept playing, and I learned how to do the same. The piano begins like a story retold, not dramatic, just honest to note. I hear our love without disguise, no larger than life, just recognize. The screen goes dark, but I don't fight. I've learned how to sit with the night, and every sound that gently plays feels like it finally knows its place. I waited for the ending to feel complete, but it arrived quietly at my feet. This is after the ending finds its place. No rush, no need to be erased. The orchestra swells, then steps aside, letting peace arrive inside. No victory, no sense of loss, just love transformed at its own cost. This is after the ending finds its place. The piano holds the final theme, not fragile now, just clean. The strings arrive like evening air, not to save me, just to be there. I don't replay what couldn't stay, I let the sound move on its way. And for the first time since you left, the silence doesn't feel like theft. If this is all the truth I need, then this is where I choose to be. This is after the ending finds its place. No rush, no need to be erased. The orchestra swells, then steps aside, letting peace arrive inside. No victory, no sense of loss, just love transformed at its own cost. This is after the ending finds its place. Maybe not all stories end, some simply stop pretending. If this was where our truth aligned, then I'm grateful for the time. This was after the ending found its place, and I no longer chase its shape. As the final note dissolves in space, I remain changed, steady awake, no more holding, no more trace. This is after the ending found its place. The piano started long before I was ready. Each note careful, fragile and unsteady. The room was filled with a waiting kind of air, like something important was still standing there. I thought the sound would vanish with your name, but it stayed unchanged, refusing to blame. And in the hush between each falling key, the music saw what I couldn't see. I believed the silence would be proof, but the sound remained and told the truth. This was the night the music stayed, when everything else had slipped away. The piano spoke in broken lines while the strings arrived, slow and kind. No sudden swell, no desperate plea, just love learning what it means to be. This was the night the music stayed. The melody returned like a memory does, place where grief could dwell. And for the first time since you went away, the pain didn't ask me to stay. I tried to stop the sound inside, but it only softened when I tried. This was the night the music stayed, when everything else had slipped away. The piano spoke in broken lines while the strings arrived, slow and kind. No sudden swell, no desperate plea, just love learning what it means to be. This was the night the music stayed. Now the orchestra breathes like it understands, not pulling me back, not taking my hand. It doesn't promise a brighter view, it only stays until I'm through. If healing has a quiet face, it sounds like this, it takes this shape. This was the night the music stayed, and I finally let it play. Not to remember, not to rewind, but to leave the past where it aligns. As the last note faded into gray, I stood alone but still okay. This was the night the music stayed. Piano starts like a familiar walk, not something grand, just honest talk. I see our story without a frame, not heroic, not ashamed. We did our best with what we knew, and somehow that still rings true. The screen fades out, the lights grow low, but the music doesn't rush to go. I thought the ending needed grace, but it needed time and space. These are the end credits at a human pace. No rush to leave, no need to chase. The orchestra swells then steps aside, letting truth arrive inside. No rewrite, no need to erase. These are the end credits at a human pace. Human pace. The piano holds a simple theme, not fragile now, just clean. The strings arrive like evening air, not to save me, just to care. I don't replay what couldn't stay, I let the sound move on its way. And in that quiet, slow release, I finally sit with peace. If this was all we were meant to be, then it's enough, honestly. These are the end credits at a human pace. No rush to leave, no need to chase. The orchestra swells then steps aside, letting truth arrive inside. No rewrite, no need to erase. These are the end credits at a human pace. Maybe love isn't meant to last, it's meant to change us gently. If this is where the story ends, then I accept it cleanly. These were the end credits at a human pace, and I didn't look away as the final note fell into place. I stood calm, not afraid, no dramatic closing trace, just end credits at a human pace. At a human pace. The piano started faster than my breathing could follow, like it was afraid of the silence tomorrow. Every note tried to hold what we used to be. before the truth learned how to loosen its grip on me. I remember the way your voice filled the room. Even pause felt warm when you were near. Now the space feels wider than I expected, like the music is asking me to listen instead. I thought the ending would break me apart, but it only slowed the beating of my heart. This is the way the music slowed down, not stopping, just changing its ground. The piano softened, the strings aligned, leaving no pressure, leaving no sign. No collapse, no dramatic sound, just love learning how to settle down. This is the way the music slowed down. The melody returned in a quieter key, not to remind me, just to be. I followed it through the remains of us, where nothing hurt but nothing rushed. The orchestra rose without demand, like something finally understood my hands. And in that space between rise and release, I felt the ache begin to ease. I stopped trying to hold the past, and the sound stopped pulling me back. This is the way the music slowed down, not stopping, just changing its ground. The piano softened, the strings aligned, leaving no pressure, leaving no sign. No collapse, no dramatic sound, just love learning how to settle down. This is the way the music slowed down. Maybe healing isn't moving on, it's letting the tempo change, not forgetting the song we were, just letting it rearrange. This was the way the music slowed down, and somehow I stayed around as the final chord drifted out. I didn't feel lost, I felt alive. No need to chase what we found. Oh, this was the way the music slowed down. Dead, just something honest, something small, like the answer after all. I don't rewind what couldn't stay, I let the sound dissolve away. And in the quiet that remains, nothing feels like wasted pain. I thought the end would ask for more, but it only closed the door. This is the stillness after everything, where nothing aches, where nothing clings. The orchestra rests, the piano sleeps, and I keep what I'm meant to keep. No lesson forced, no suffering. This is the stillness after everything. This was the stillness after everything, and I didn't fall apart. As the final silence gently rings, I step forward with an open heart. No ending left unfinished, just stillness after everything. I thought the sound would follow me home, that grief would never leave me alone. But the orchestra stayed where it was played and let the night return to gray. The piano faded at the door, not asking me for anything more. And in that absence calm and clear, I realized I was still here. I carried loss like it was proof, but even sorrow has a roof. The orchestra didn't follow me home, it trusted me to walk alone. The strings let go, the piano knew there was nothing left it had to prove. No echo clung, no shadow roamed. The orchestra didn't follow me home. The melody stayed behind my steps, not from neglect, but from respect. It knew the path was mine to take, not something sound could overtake. I felt the quiet settle in, not as absence but as skin. And for the first time in a while, the silence felt like something kind. I thought I'd miss the weight it gave, but freedom felt surprisingly brave. The orchestra didn't follow me home, it trusted me to walk alone. The strings let go, the piano knew there was nothing left it had to prove. No echo clung, no shadow roamed. The orchestra didn't follow me home. If music teaches how to part, it does so gently, piece by part. Not everything we lose must stay. Some things know when to fade away. The orchestra didn't follow me home, and I didn't feel abandoned. As the night opened up its tone, I felt steady, uncommanded. No sorrow carved in stone. The orchestra didn't follow me home. We didn't speak when the ending arrived. It simply stood between our lives. No anger left to underline, just quiet crossing over time. The piano played what we let go, every truth we couldn't show. And in that sound I understood some goodbyes are simply good. I waited for the hurt to speak, but silence answered quietly. This was an ending that didn't need words. No final cry, no broken chords. The orchestra rose, then let it be, like something choosing dignity. No argument, no last defense, just love accepting what it meant. This was an ending that didn't need words. The melody stayed honest and slow. It didn't ask me not to know. Every pause felt intentional, like grief becoming optional. I used to fear this kind of peace. I thought it meant remember less, but now I see it holds us true without demanding something new. If closure lives inside a sound, then this is where it can be found. This was an ending that didn't need words. No final cry, at any now. As the final note gently occurred, I let go without a vow. No silence left unheard. This was an ending that didn't need words. The piano learned my name the night you left. It played it softly, not in jest. Every note felt closer than before, like it had hurt my heart. Ignore the room was empty but not cold. The sound felt honest, calm and old. And in the echo of what we were, I heard myself without the blur. I thought I vanished when you did, but the music knew where I hid. This is where the piano learned my name. Not from joy, not from blame. The strings arrived like gentle proof that I was more than just the truth. No rewriting, no reclaim. This is where the piano learned my name. The melody bent around my fear, never pushing, staying near. I didn't need it to be loud, I needed something that allowed the orchestra. Didn't overwhelm, it simply widened where I'd been held. And somewhere in that careful sound, I felt my feet touch solid ground. I stopped asking who I was and let the music be enough. This is where the piano learned my name. Not from joy, not from blame. The strings arrived like gentle proof that I was more than just the truth. No rewriting, no reclaim. This is where the piano learned my name. If love once taught me how to ache, then healing taught me how to stay. Not in the past, not in regret, but here where sound and breath have met. This is where the piano learned my name. And I didn't need to change as the final harmony came. I stood complete, not rearranged. No more hiding, no more shame. This is where the piano learned my name. The piano carries questions I won't ask, every chord removing another mask. I thought forgiveness would feel loud, but it arrived without a sound. The room still holds the shape of you, but it doesn't ache the way it used to. And somewhere deep inside the tone, the past is finally left alone. I held the hurt like it was proof, but even pain can loosen too. This is where the strings learn to forgive, not forgetting, just choosing how to live. They don't rise high, they don't insist, they simply soften what exists. The piano leads, the night receives. This is where the strings learn to forgive. The melody bends but never please. It understands a heart's retreat. Every harmony feels earned with time, not resolution, just a line. The orchestra joins without demand, like something finally understands. for the first time in a while. The weight inside me loosens its grip. I thought I needed something new, but I needed peace with what we knew. This is where the strings learn to forgive, not forgetting, just choosing how to live. They don't rise high, they don't insist, they simply soften what exists. The piano leads, the night receives. This is where the strings learn to forgive. If love survives by changing form, then this is how it keeps me warm. No bitterness left in the sound, just space where meaning can be found. This is where the strings learn to forgive, and I'll follow quietly. No need to name what we once were. The music holds it carefully as the final harmony lives. This is where the strings forgive. Learn to forgive. The piano starts before I'm ready, like it knows something I don't. Each note lands gently but steady, saying everything I want. I thought this silence would accuse me, point out every place I failed, but the sound just sits beside me, like it's listening, not asking to be held. The room still carries traces of us, not loud enough to hurt anymore. Your shadow doesn't chase my footsteps, it waits near the open door. And I realize for the first time tonight, I'm not afraid of what remains, because what's gone no longer fights to stay inside my veins. I used to measure loss and pain, now I measure it in space. If the piano keeps playing, I'll stay here and listen, not to remember, not to pretend. The melody isn't asking forgiveness, it's just reaching a natural end. The strings rise slowly, not to save me, just to carry what I can't explain. The piano keeps playing, I don't need you back again. The tempo breeze, it doesn't rush me, it learned my pace along the way. Every chord feels less like history and more like something I can say. I stopped trying to fix the meaning, stopped asking who was wrong or right. The sound doesn't choose a side here, it only holds the weight of the night. I remember how love felt urgent, like it might disappear if we slept. Now the music feels more certain in the things it doesn't attempt. No promise carved into the harmony, no oath hidden in the refrain, just a truth that doesn't argue with what it can't sustain. I thought letting go meant losing ground, but I'm standing firmer now. If the piano keeps playing, I'll stay here and listen, not to remember, Maybe love was never meant to last forever. Maybe it was meant to teach us how to leave. Not every ending needs to shatter. Some just quietly agree. If this ache no longer owns me, if it finally learned my name, then maybe this is what healing is. Not forgetting, just rearrange. The orchestra opens wider now, but it doesn't overwhelm. It knows the difference between drowning and being held within yourself. I let the sound pass through my chest, not staying, not erased, like something honest finally allowed to move at its own pace. If the piano keeps playing, I'll let it finish. I won't cut the sound short. Every note deserves its distance. Every silence its support. The strings don't rise for tragedy, they rise because they can. If the piano keeps playing, I'll stand here as I am. The final chord doesn't linger, it knows exactly when to go. The room feels larger than before, not empty, just open and slow. And if tomorrow asks what happened, I won't dress it up in pain. I'll say the piano kept playing, and I learned how to do the same. The piano starts like a familiar walk, not something grand, just honest talk. I see our story without a frame, not heroic, not ashamed. We did our best with what we knew, and somehow that still rings true. The screen fades out, the lights grow low, but the music doesn't rush to go. I thought the ending needed grace, but it needed time and space. These are the end credits at a human pace. No rush to leave, no need to chase. The orchestra swells and steps aside, letting truth arrive inside. No rewrite, no need to erase. These are the end credits at a human pace. The piano holds a simple theme, not fragile now, just clean. The strings arrive like evening air, not to save me, just to care. I don't replay what couldn't stay, I let the sound move on its way. In that quiet, slow release, I finally sit with peace. If this was all we were meant to be, then it's enough, honestly. These are the end credits at a human pace. No rush to leave, no need to chase. The orchestra swells and steps aside, letting truth arrive inside. No rewrite, no need to erase. These are the end credits at a human pace. Maybe love isn't meant to last, it's meant to change us gently. If this is where the story ends, then I accept it cleanly. These were the end credits at a human pace, and I didn't look away as the final note fell into place. I stood calm, not afraid. No dramatic closing trace, just end credits at a human pace. wasn't in a hurry. Every note leaving room to worry. I sat with the quiet longer than before, not searching for answers on the floor. Your memory didn't rush the sound. It stayed suspended, safe and round. And in the waiting, calm and clear, I realized the end was already here. I thought closure would arrive with force, but it came in a gentler course. This is where the orchestra waits, not to rise, not to escape. The strings hold back, the piano stays. Letting time decide the shape. No demand, no open gates. This is where the orchestra waits. The melody bent but didn't plead. It trusted what I didn't need. I followed the sound without defense, not searching for significance. The orchestra entered like evening light, not to fix me, just to sit with the night. And I felt something loosen inside, not released, but no need to hide. If peace doesn't need a sign, then maybe this is mine. This is where the orchestra waits, not to rise, not to escape. The strings hold back, the piano stays. Letting time decide the shape. No demand, no open gates. This is where the orchestra waits. Some moments don't wanna move, they just wanna be approved. If this is all the ending needs, then I can't stay with this feeling. This was where the orchestra waits, and I didn't feel too late. As the sound thinned into space, I felt steady, held in place. No hurry, no debate. This was where the orchestra waits. The piano started faster than my breathing could follow, like it was afraid of the silence tomorrow. Every note tried to hold what we used to be before the truth learned how to loosen its grip on me. I remember the way your voice filled the room, even pause felt warm when you were near. Now the space feels wider than I expected, like the music is asking me to listen instead. I thought the ending would break me apart, but it only slowed the beating of my heart. This is the way the music slowed down, not stopping, just changing its ground. The piano soft and the strings aligned, leaving no pressure, leaving no sign. No collapse, no dramatic sound, just love learning how to settle down. This is the way the music slowed down. The melody returned in a quieter key, not to remind me just to be. I followed it through the remains of us, where nothing hurt but nothing rushed. The orchestra rose without demand, like something finally understood my hands. And in that space between rise and release, I felt the ache begin to ease. I stopped trying to hold the past, and the sound stopped pulling me back. This is the way the music slowed down, not stopping, just changing its ground. The piano soft and the strings aligned, leaving no pressure, leaving no sign. No collapse, no dramatic sound, just love learning how to settle down. This is the way the music slowed music slowed down, and somehow I stayed around as the final chord drifted out. I didn't feel lost, I felt allowed. No need to chase what we found. This was the way the music slowed down. This was the way the music slowed down. The piano plays its final breath, not marking love, not marking death. Just something honest, something small, like the answer after all. I don't rewind what couldn't stay. I let the sound dissolve away, and in the quiet that remains, nothing feels like wasted pain. I thought the end would ask for more, but it only closed the door. This is the stillness after everything, where nothing aches, where nothing clings. The orchestra rests, the piano sleeps, and I keep what I'm meant to keep. No lesson forced, no suffering. This is the stillness after everything. The memory doesn't pull me back. It sits beside me, intact, not loud and out, not dimmed or changed, just placed where it belongs to stay. I don't need closure, dressed in light. I have enough to face the night, and for the first time, quietly, I feel complete without a plea. If peace arrives without a sound, then this is where it's found. This is the stillness after everything, where nothing aches, where nothing clings. The orchestra rests, the piano sleeps, and I keep what I'm meant to keep. No lesson forced, no suffering. This is the stillness after everything. If love was real, it doesn't fade. It just changes where it stays. Final is the stillness after everything, and I didn't fall apart. As the final silence gently rings, I step forward with an open heart. No ending left unfinished, just stillness after everything. Just stillness after everything. I thought the sound would follow me home, that grief would never leave me alone. But the orchestra stayed where it was played, and let the night return to gray. The piano faded at the door, not asking me for anything more. And in that absence, calm and clear, I realized I was still here. I carry loss like it was proof, but even sorrow has a roof. The orchestra didn't follow me home, it trusted me to walk alone. The strings let go, the piano knew there was nothing left it had to prove. No echo clung, no shadow roamed. The orchestra didn't follow me home. The melody stayed behind my steps, not from neglect but from respect. It knew the path was mine to take, not something sound could overtake. I felt the quiet set felt surprisingly brave. The orchestra didn't follow me home. It trusted me to walk alone. The strings let go, the piano knew there was nothing left it had to prove. No echo clung, no shadow roamed. The orchestra didn't follow me home. If music teaches how to part, it does so gently, piece by part. Not everything we lose must stay. Some things know when to fade away. The orchestra didn't follow me home, and I didn't feel abandoned as the night opened up its tone. I felt steady, uncommanded, no sorrow carved in stone. The orchestra didn't follow me home. We didn't speak when the ending arrived. It simply stood between our lives. No anger left to underline, just quiet crossing over time. The piano played what we let go, every truth we couldn't show. And in that sound I understood some goodbyes are simply good. I waited for the hurt to speak, but silence answered quietly. This was an ending that didn't need words. No final cry, no broken chords. The orchestra rose, then let it be, like something choosing dignity. No argument, no last defense, just love accepting what it meant. This was an ending that didn't need words. The melody stayed honest and slow. It didn't ask me not to know. Every pause felt intentional, like grief becoming optional. I used to fear this kind of peace. I thought it meant remembering less, but now I see it holds us true without demanding something new. If closure lives inside a sound, then this is where it can be found. This was an ending that didn't need words. No final cry, no broken chords. The orchestra rose, then let it be, like something choosing dignity. No argument, no last defense, just love accepting what it meant. This was an ending that didn't need words. That didn't need words. Maybe truth doesn't need a voice. It just waits until we notice. If this was how we had to part, then let it rest inside the heart. This was an ending that didn't need words, and I don't add any now. As the final note gently occurred, I let go without a vow. No silence left unheard. This was an ending that didn't need words. The piano learned my name the night you left. It played it softly, not in jest. Every note felt closer than before, like it had heard my heart ignore. The room was empty but not cold. The sound felt honest, calm and old. And in the echo of what we were, I heard myself without the blur. I thought I vanished vanished when you did, but the music knew where I hid. This is where the piano learned my name, not from joy, not from blame. The strings arrived like gentle proof that I was more than just the truth. No rewriting, no reclaim. This is where the piano learned my name. The melody bent around my fear, never pushing, staying near. I didn't need it to be loud, I needed something that allowed the orchestra didn't overwhelm. It simply widened where I'd been held, and somewhere in that careful sound I felt my feet touch solid ground. I stopped asking who I was and let the music be enough. This is where the piano learned my name, not from joy, not from blame. The strings arrived like gentle proof that I was more than just the truth. No rewriting, no reclaim. This is where the piano learned my name. If loved ones taught me how to wait, then healing taught me how to stay. Not in the past, not in regret, but here where sound and breath have met. This was where the piano learned my name, and I didn't need to change. As the final harmony came, I stood complete, not rearranged. No more hiding, no more shame. This was where the piano learned my name. Learned my name. The piano played like it didn't need me there. Each note falling into open air. I thought the sound would pull me back, but it only showed what I already lacked. Your name lived softly inside the key, not calling out, just watching me. And in that space between control and fate, I learned how silence learns to wait. I held my breath to feels like a story retold, not dramatic, just honest and old. I hear our love without disguise, no larger than life, just recognize. The screen goes dark, but I don't fight. I've learned how to sit with the night, and every sound that gently plays feels like it finally knows its place. I waited for the ending to feel complete, but it arrived quietly at my feet. This is after the ending finds its place. No rush, no need to be erased. The orchestra swells, then steps aside, letting peace arrive inside. No victory, no sense of loss, just love transformed at its own cost. This is after the ending finds its place. The piano holds the final theme, not fragile now, just clean. The strings arrive like evening air, not to save me, just to be there. I don't replay what couldn't stay, I let the sound move on its way. And for the first time since you left, the silence doesn't feel like theft. If this is all the truth I need, then this is where I choose to be. This is after the ending finds its place. No rush, no need to be erased. The orchestra swells, then steps aside, letting peace arrive inside. No victory, no sense of loss, just love transformed at its own cost. This is after the ending finds its place. Maybe not all stories end, some simply stop pretending. If this was where our truth aligned, then I'm grateful for the time. This was after the ending found its place, and I no longer chase its shape. As the final note dissolves in space, I remain chained, steady, awake. No more holding, no more trace. This is after the ending found its place. The piano carries questions I won't ask, every chord removing another mask. I thought forgiveness would feel loud, but it arrived without a sound. The room still holds the shape of you, but it doesn't ache the way it used to. And somewhere deep inside the tone, the past is finally left alone. I held the hurt like it was proof, but even pain can loosen too. This is where the strings learn to forgive, not forgetting, just choosing how to live. They don't rise high, they don't insist, they simply soften what exists. The piano leads, the night receives. This is where the strings learn to forgive. The melody bends but never pleads, it understands the heart's retreat. Every harmony feels earned with time, not resolution, just a line. The orchestra joins without demand, like something finally understands. And for the first time in a while, the weight inside me loosens its grip. I thought I needed something new, but I needed peace with what we knew. This is where the strings learn where the strings learn to forgive, and I follow quietly. No need to name what we once were. The music holds it carefully as the final harmony lives. This is where the strings forgive. The piano started long before I was ready. Each note careful, fragile, and unsteady. The room was filled with a waiting kind of air, like something important was still standing there. I thought the sound would vanish with your name, but it stayed unchanged, refusing to blame. And in the hush between each falling key, the music saw what I couldn't see. I believed the silence would be proof, but the sound remained and told the truth. This was the night the music stayed, when everything else had slipped away. The piano spoke in broken lines, while the strings arrived, slow and kind. No sudden swell, no desperate plea, just love learning what it means to be. This was the night the music stayed. The melody returned like a memory does, uninvited, gentle, dangerous. I followed it through corridors of time, where every wrong still felt aligned. The orchestra rose, not to overwhelm, but to widen the space where grief could dwell. And for the first time since you went away, the pain didn't ask me to stay. I tried to stop the sound inside, but it only softened when I tried. This was the night the music stayed, when everything else had slipped away. The piano spoke in broken lines, while the strings arrived, slow and kind. No sudden swell, no desperate plea, just love learning what it means to be. This was the night the music stayed. Now the orchestra breathes like it understands, not pulling me back, not taking my hand. It doesn't promise a brighter view, it only stays until I'm through. If healing has a quiet face, it sounds like this, it takes this shape. Oh, this was the night